Take a quick glance on your table. Take a quick glance around your room. See how messed up, how filthy, how messy, how dirty your room is. You're stranded in an environment that is holding you back while you're trying to improve yourself. It's like you're having a chain locked to you, locked around your body while you're trying to run away from it. Your environment is disgusting, but your actions, you're trying to improve what you're trying to do, while your surroundings are things that hold you back, are subtle triggers that would lead you to the habits that you do not want to do, to the to lead you to the bad habits. So a quick way to start your desired habits, good habits, is by actually pointing out what you're going to do and when you're going to do. It is called implementation intention, which is how you are going to how you're going to act. Sorry, what are you going to act and when you're going to. Maybe there was actually the scientists actually had a study group where one group was a group where they're trying to lose weight, they're trying to exercise. So they had them read a bunch of benefits and articles about benefits of exercising, and then maybe pump them up, make them motivated for the week, like the experiment just for a week. Then the other group, they also read all these motivation, sorry, yeah, maybe some motivational articles about the benefits of exercising. But what's different from them is that they have this workout plan written down, the schedule, when are they going to do, they're going to do the behavior, at when, at where. So what's interesting is that, of course, the percentage of the group B, which had the workout plan, has a significant increase of workout times more than the other group, the group A, which was just relying on motivation, because they're just starting out. So how implementation intention works is that you schedule your time out. Maybe let's say I'm going to do calisthenics on Tuesday at 6 a.m. at my local park. Simple as that. You just write down what you want to do, what you wish to do, what you desire to do, or what you need to do. Just write it out. They also have this other strategy where it's called habit stacking, which you can also pair with implementation intention. It's actually a actionable step. Just you can literally grab your notebook or grab a piece of paper, write down your schedule, your workout schedule, your work schedule, or the good habits that you want to do. Maybe you're gonna say you're going to meditate, when, at where. Habit stacking is where you connect the cues after you achieve the reward. In episode 1 of Atomic Habits, I explained that the 4 simple steps to create new habits is about the cue, craving, response, and reward. So you want to connect the reward, the end goal of every habit, which is the reward. You connect it to another trigger. So maybe like the two habits, the two good habits that you want to do, the two good habits that you wish to do should be kind of similar. For example, can do I will meditate. No, sorry. After I meditate, I will read 10 pages. And then implementation, you can just write out when you're going to do those things. But the important part of the habit stacking, that is, you connect the rewards to the cue, which triggers the next idea of the next action, right? So create a simple set of rules that guide your future. Don't ask yourself to do a habit when you're occupied. Search for the best place to layer your new habit into your lifestyle. That means when you know you're actually going to do this habit, so maybe you have to eat at that time, but you still want to squeeze that habit into between your eating session and your workout session. So if that's the case, then maybe change it, because you know there's a chance, a high probability, that you're going to get distracted or you don't have enough time to do your habit. So it's best if you just change it away and find a suitable place to slot in. Just merely slot in your habits, your actions that you want to take. All right. Motivation is overrated. Environment matters more. There's another study in the hospital. A lot of their staffs in the cafeteria, because they got this cafeteria, the counter, and then um they have this side refrigerator beside it, where they stuff a bunch of like sodas, Coca-Cola, 50 grams of sugar in one can, bro. Then they have all these like Sprite, Coca-Cola 100 plus or something, all in the fridge. So whenever those staff maybe went to the cafeteria and have their lunch break, they will see those things, right? And it's right in their face. The cues are right in their face. The things that trigger the bad habits are literally in front of them. So it's actually very hard to ignore something when it's literally in front of you. So this causes a lot of staff in the hospital to buy those sodas, and some some researchers acknowledged it, and they decided to replace those sodas with water bottles. They want to encourage them with more, to drink more water instead of sodas, right? Because it's bad for your health and everything. So what they did was they planted a lot of water bottle stations around the cafeteria, like maybe beside the trash can, or like the food disposal area. There's like a water bottle machine. Maybe beside the hand wash sink, there's also a water bottle machine. And then at the cafeteria, there's the refrigerator of soda, right? It's still there. They did not remove it. It's still there. But they also got another section of fridge just for water bottles. So it's literally more obvious for them. It's more obvious whenever they go around, they see the water bottles. But what they did was they didn't told the staffs about the water bottle. They didn't told them, oh, the sodas are actually very bad. It increases gives you diabetes, gives you high blood pressure or anything. They didn't said anything of them to them. Sorry, they didn't said any of those like harmful things about sodas to the staffs, even though they bought them. They just planted water bottle stations all over the cafeteria, and there was a significant increase in the water bottle station. I mean, the water bottle usage, and a decrease of the soda usage. Because when when the triggers, when the cues, when the things that trigger your mind are around you, are surrounding you, you would go and do it more, because it's literally around you. It's easy to reach out anyways, and you can see it. So surround your room, make, design your work environment. You have to be the designer of your world, not the merely consumer of it. That's one of the sentences from Atomic Habits. You got to design your environment, design your workplace, not just consume everything that's around you. Maybe let's say you're a person who reads, who wants to start reading, but you rarely read. You can also use the implementation intention, which is you write when you're going to read, at where, and if you want to make it more obvious, of course you put the book. I have Atomic Habits literally on my desk. Show you right here, like right beside me. So whenever I want to read it, I'll just pick it up and then bang out a few pages or something. And it doesn't actually have to be like I don't have to read a lot of pages. I don't have to purposely read 10 pages every time I pick it up. I just have to read because I've implemented the identity of of a reader, of a person who reads, right? So that's why um, I read a lot. And one interesting thing is that I highlight the important sentences in the book, which I think it's really meaningful with this highlighter pen. Just make some few notes about it. So about your habits in your environment, there's also another phrase in Atomic Habits: one place, one use. That means for every place you should design it to have one use. Maybe like you're a person who keeps scrolling on TikTok, on scrolling your phone in your bed, or messaging someone in your bed. So that's why it's hard to fall asleep. Maybe you've had a new sleeping schedule and then you set it like 9 p.m. You went to bed at 9 p.m. Great. But you're so used to texting, you're so used to using your phone on the bed. So you're just gonna grab the phone and then start texting again because now the bed, the place you sleep is the trigger to your addiction of your phone. That sounds really fucked. So try to implement the one place one use, which is maybe you're gonna say, oh, I have a small house, I just have a small room, I can't implement everything, I don't have a big ass house, I can't have just like a living room for workspace, the the couch for like watching movies. I just have a small house. Then all right, you probably have a desk, right? So maybe desk is for working, sending emails. Your chair is for reading, and then your your couch is for texting or going on social media. Even though it's bad, but like maybe you're trying to quit it or something. Never mind. So instead of filling your environment with objects, try to think that you're filling it with relationships. Like you're having relationships with your objects. Okay, that sounds fucked. But okay, having relationships with your object is as in like your relationship with that object is just like one use, not like a bunch of use. Because like, your phone is actually a really powerful and really beneficial um, gadget, but a lot of people misuse it, and you're trying to work on your phone and then they get distracted. The fucking notifications pop up. Instagram, new trend, and then you just click on it, and then boom, Another hour of your time wasted on social media, you're scrolling again. And then by the time you realize it, you've been scrolling for 2 hours already. And then by that time, you're like, oh, fuck it, man, fuck it. My productivity is probably low already, so let me just slack through the whole day. No, you can't save, you can rewind the time and then stop looking at social media, right? That's what all the losers think. Have you ever seen a winner where like they kind of mess up, but after they mess up, do you think they still continue doing the bad habits? Do you think they go like, you know what, never mind, my yeah, sorry, you know what, never mind, I've already like scrolled so much, might as well just scroll more. I've exceeded my screen time limit. I've used it for 5 hours already. I can't help it anymore. I mean, yeah, I can't save it anymore. Reading is useless at this point. I'll just read tomorrow. We'll start tomorrow, and by tomorrow, you accidentally scrolled again, and then you're seeing tomorrow again, and it goes on. Another actionable step you can do right now is to turn your phone on airplane mode. Like, close your notifications. Like, when you're about to use your phone, you use it for one purpose, not like you just go open your phone and then just go mindlessly, like seeing like what's on. Like, maybe you open it and then a bunch of notifications pop through, and then you don't even have a purpose when you're opening your phone. You're just seeing, oh, TikTok, all right, new video, cool, let's go, let's watch it. You don't have a real purpose while you're opening your phone. So best if you turn your phone on airplane mode. I have it on airplane mode always, but when I'm about to use it, I'll just turn it off and finish using it, turn it on again. Or you just put your phone on silent and close the notifications. So you have to optimize your environment. You have to make it organized. You have to make sure that everything you do has a purpose behind it, and not just go simply like you're just trying to check out what's new or something. Avoid mixing your contacts with your habits. So avoid mixing the triggers of the bad habits while you're doing with the good habits, right? You're literally on your desk working, while on your side is a pack of cigarettes. What the fuck? Of course you're gonna start smoking again. That's why you can quit. Self-control is temporary. It's a short-term strategy. You can't just rely, if maybe you're like already advanced or something, you rely on self-control, discipline, all that, then yeah, fair point. But you're trying to change a bad habit, right? So if you just rely on self-control, you have like fucking Reese's cups, you have Oreos all over your kitchen while trying to lose weight. If you're living with your family, you're living with your roommate or something, you know, fucking roommate. If your roommate is like is indulging in these bad habits, they're like having McDonald's for breakfast. Fuck them, bro. Go find a new roommate. Your friends are even like, the people who are close to you are even messed up. They're in the bad habits themselves. So you're surrounding those people with you, which also triggers your mind. You're trying to quit smoking, but you're going out gathering your friends, and your friends start smoking, and then the triggers come again. So your kitchen is all these junk foods, and you're trying to quit, and then you're trying to lose weight. Throw them out. No remorse. Throw them out. If you have to think twice, like, Oh, I spent a lot of money on that shit, and I need that. I need it. Oh, let me just finish a few packs of it, then I'll throw it out. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. If you are, pause this video, get outside right now, and literally look at your whole kitchen. Whatever shit that you think that harms you, that is actually harming you. No, maybe not throw it out. Maybe like donate it to charity or something, even though it's bad. So simply resisting temptations isn't the optimal way to do it, right? So a lot of those YouTubers say, "Oh, you got a disciplined mindset, Sigma mindset. You gotta train yourself to do it." But simply avoiding temptations is much easier. Yeah, maybe they can resist the temptations because they've been on self improvement for so long. They've bettered themselves way far from our normal baseline. Their discipline is far more than we can ever think of. So before you try to straightly jump into that kind of action, avoid the temptations. Clean your room, surround yourself with the good habits that you want to do. Maybe you skip your workout, hang your like workout clothes on the wall or something. I did this. These aren't like workout clothes, but it's like it's just as an example. Maybe like I wear this hoodie to go work out or something. So I'm just gonna hang it. So whenever I walk into the room, I see the workout hoodie. So I'm gonna go work out. So overall, make the cues in your environment of the good habits obvious, and for the bad habits, try to make it invisible. Try to cut it off. Like reduce the exposure of you with the bad habits. Be the person who you're supposed to be. Peace.